God, Nitro Zeus, I hate you. Hey, what's up? Welcome to Unboximus Prime, and today we have Decepticon Nitro from Transformers: The Last Knight. Or in the movie, as he's called, Nitro Zeus, which I like a lot better. Sounds more badass. So as per usual, let's put the figure aside and take a look at the box. So here we have Decepticon Nitro. They forgot to put Zeus. From Transformers: The Last Knight. Ages 8 and up, from Hasbro. We have a little Decepticon logo that starts on this side and then winds up on that side. We have Transformers going up the side on as what I still think is a sword. Premiere Edition. There's also some Cybertronian hieroglyph on the top and the bottom here. There's also a little picture on the front there of Nitro Zeus. I love this character. Voyager class. Classe Voyager. Classe, I can't say that. So we also have Transformers that go up the side over here. A Decepticon logo. We take a look at the back here. We have your usual legal garb. We have this. We have Scorn here, which is another figure you can purchase. We also have the Jet mode. 35 steps to transform, and it's very painful. We also have him in robot mode. He also looks a little reminiscent to Shockwave with the face and Blackout with the arm cannon here. Decepticon Nitro. If we take a look at the top up here, there's just part of the sword with the Cybertronian hieroglyph. On the side here, Decepticon Nitro. It says Lethal Hunter. Glacial Motel. And on the front again, what Decepticon isn't complete with an Autobot logo in the background. So that is the box, UPC on the bottom, and let's take a look at the figure. So here we have Nitro Zeus in vehicle mode, and I must say this is a fantastic looking jet. It's a jet mode if you haven't been able to tell by now. So let's take a closer look at some of the detail here. Well, let's do like a little quick ooh and ah. Ooh, sexy. So let's start with the nose cone up here. There's some nice detail that's engraved into the plastic. It's also got a nice matte black finish to it, and there's kind of like a little sparkle that's in there. I don't know if you can pick that. You can kind of pick that up. Nice kind of little sparkle going on in there. Again, there's detail engraved into the plastic right up here. We have the front of the jet right here, the exhaust, or the intake actually. Same on the other side. We fly around to the side here. We have some missiles. Not really much going on for a jet form. Take a look at the back here. It's the exhaust. There's also like a L symbol here on what is the shoulder, I assume. It's cool. We got a little landing gear down here. We'll get to that in 1 second. But let's take a look at the top real quick. Pretty much just flat jet. A grayish, pretty much a grayish white tint to it with matte black going along here. And it's still got some of that little flaking going on, of the little sparkle right there. There's some details engraved into the wing, showing different points of separations, you know, your fins or your ailerons. I think the aileron's actually back here. I know my aircraft. Trust me to fly. We take a look at the cockpit. It actually opens up, so you can fit Generations figure in there. Oh, sorry, I mean you can fit a Titan's Return in there. Titan's Return will fit in there. We'll take one more look. Look at the detail that's actually inside the cockpit as well. Nice engraved in the mold. Nice detail in there. Little seat. So that's cool. Close that down. Take a look at the back section real quick. Again, some detail differentiating the wing and the fins and all that stuff. These kind of move back and forth a little bit, but that's mainly for transformation. Same thing with this. So your typical military style jet. Still cool. Decepticon logo right there, as well as right there. Nice little red stripe there. If we flip over to the underside, you can basically see what it is. There's no hiding it. I'm sorry. And again, the landing gear right here kind of moves up and down, so you can sit them down right here, like so. And that's really pretty much it in terms of the vehicle mode. There's also like little bits like down here. This pretty much kind of almost looks like an engine type. It's got that engine-y look to it, or speaker look. You know, this is Bluetooth, if you didn't know. that's pretty much it for that. You know, nothing really special. It's a flat military style jet. So we'll put this guy down here. Well, wait, we got to make him land. That's what that's for. You got to make him land. And as usual, this is the time where we cue our epic transformation. Beep, beep.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
This sucks, dude.
Oh my god. Stay there.
So here we have him in robot mode, and as you can see by that incredibly difficult transformation, the blood is boiling, the sweat is pouring, and a puppy just ran away. You saw the struggle that we went through. I think it's more or less a design flaw, and it shouldn't be popping to pieces like that. But after that painful transformation, yes, here we have him. Here he is. So let's take a look. So if we take a look, let's start down here. Not the great place to start, but let's start down here. So there's a lot of reminiscent pieces of like Optimus even from the first movie before he got all knighty and stuff, where it's kind of pretty much square in the feet down here, which I kind of like this. It looks a little more realistic in a way. The color scheme on it is really nice though. And I want to start down here with that because the brownish copper down here really accents the whitish gray really nicely. And it also goes into here what kind of almost looks like piping that's going on. So there's also a lot of detail that's engraved into the mold, like right down in here there's a lot of detail. And you can kind of see my dirty thumbnail. There's a lot of detail in there as well. There's also a little bit right here that's really nice. This is actually raised. I don't even know what that is, to be honest with you, but it actually gives a little more depth to the figure. So if we take a look at the hips up here, kind of gives it that gear look. So it makes it look more like a robot, which is really nice. There's that L that we saw before on the plane. If we go up to the torso here, it's pretty much like, I would say these kind of almost look like tarantula legs going on down in here, which is black, like a matte, oh, not really a matte black, but like a shiny black, and as well as that goldish copper down here. So it kind of wraps around his torso just like that. There's also a little bit of detail in the midsection and the abdomen here. If we take a look. Focus. Perfect. So if you take a look at that, there's some detail in there. We move up towards the chest. We have a Decepticon logo on the chest right here. Also more gears and bits and bobs and pipes going on right here, which is also the shiny black. Other little bits of the jet mode right here. So I also want to focus on the arm here for a second. I really like this. This is kind of reminiscent of Blackout from the first movie, where you had like the arm cannon with the rockets that fired out. So that's really cool. And it is pretty much the whole front of the jet. You still have the cockpit right there. The detail that you saw before. And underneath there's these little bits right here that kind of just pop right out. I'm going to leave that alone. The hand is more or less just stationary right here. Doesn't move. Still more bits of the jet, which is really cool. More robotic detail going on in the shoulder as well as the upper part of the chest. We have Gatling guns that are back here. I think these are Gatling guns. These look like Gatling guns. That's what they do. That was horrible. And it's pretty much the same on the other side, more or less. He's got the number 13 on the shoulder here. So if we take a look at the other arm here, he's got this cannon here that actually kind of pops out, but you can leave it in there. Then when he's ready to fire, maybe it just pops out or it just stays out. Just take it like so. And it just pops right out like that. So before we get to the head detail, I want to flip around and look at the backpack. Nothing really special. It's just the jet and the devil Bluetooth speaker jet fire things. Yes. So if we take a look at the head up here, it's kind of very reminiscent to Shockwave a little bit, with the single eye in the middle. You kind of got the Y shape going down there. Wondering if there's a possible remold going on. You never know. We kind of got the Optimus Prime spikes going on here, but these are more evil looking on the side right there. The back of the head, if I turn his head around a little bit, or all the way, back of the head is kind of somewhat semi-transparent, if you could see like that, which is kind of interesting. That is really much it. I mean, just the paint scheme alone on this character is really nice. The black and like the matte gray white just accents it really nice, and kind of the matte gray finish, the matte black finish that's on the front of the jet here. I kind of wish it was on some other parts, like for instance, I kind of wish it was over here on the cannon maybe, but I mean, it still looks really nice. Any type of shiny bit on a transformer, that little sheen kind of makes it pop really nicely. So there are two accessories that come with it. They're the same exact thing. There are two stationary rockets. I will bring this up close here. They're pretty much just rockets that on the jet would stick out underneath the wing. And this pretty much would stick on the back of these really annoying jet things. So they pretty much just clip in right here. I'm afraid this thing's going to blow up, so I'm just going to put them in as far as I can get them. So they just pop in just like that. Okay, so we got them straightened out, and they pretty much just sit back there just like so. So that's kind of cool. So let's go over some points of articulation. We can start down here at the feet. And there's a nice little swivel joint in the kneecap. And what's really cool is this actually kind of moves along with it, this little top bit up here. The foot has a little swivel in it as well down here. The hip is kind of on like a universal joint, so you can swing the hip out or you can move it forward, but there's not really any ball joint motion unless you force it, which you don't want to do that. There's a hinge joint in the elbow up here, like so. Hands on this side are stationary. There is another universal joint that's in the shoulder up here. So you could swing it outwards and it rotates. The head up here, it's pretty much on a ball joint. Not much range of motion. He can look up a little bit. He can look down very slightly. Well, he looks up very slightly and down a fair amount. Side to side rotation and just a little bit of a wiggle. Pretty much the same thing on the other side. There's no movement in the hand over here. It's pretty much just closed shut. Elbow swivel, universal in the arm. And these flaps up here kind of, you can pose them any which way you please on either side. You can have them down all the way, or you can have them up. I guess, I don't know, maybe this is defensive mode, and this is tough guy fight mode. Okay, so overall final thoughts on this piece. The transformation really sucked. Like, I don't mean to say that it sucked. It was just extremely difficult. I think we were just unlucky on this particular figure itself. There seems to be maybe a design flaw with some bits. A lot of people that we have seen are also having trouble with this top bit up here flying off. One thing that we had on this one that seems to either be a defect on this specific figure is that the wing kept flying off, as you saw in the transformation. That's not supposed to happen. So maybe they need to go in and rework that, or if they do a re-release later on in the future, maybe they can look into fixing that. So this is pretty much going to stay as is and go straight on the shelf. But the jet mode itself is actually beautiful. The figure itself looks badass. So you can't really ask for more than that. So if you pretty much want both jet mode and robot mode, buy two. I'm sorry. That's the only thing I could suggest for you. So other than that, this figure is absolutely awesome. If you guys liked this video, give us a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. We definitely want to say thank you to everybody that has been subscribing and leaving comments. We're trying to get back to you guys as soon as we possibly can. Pass us along to all your friends. We're just that much fun. So if you guys like the video, again, give it a thumbs up. Please comment and subscribe. And as always, we will see you in the next one.
Ta-da! What? Oh.